Hi, this is Halcyon, and this should be the last broadcast from my home. Moving is scheduled for tomorrow, but you never know. So I am here for a final Hug Nation broadcast. I want to discuss a victory. I have been exploring, digging into some of my childhood trauma, and if you watched some of my recent broadcasts, I was struggling with the whole, acknowledging that I had childhood trauma. It seemed difficult for me to be open to that, considering how wonderful I felt like my childhood was. But trauma is different things to different people, and you can have a wonderful childhood and still have traumatic experiences or experiences that affect you in traumatic ways. So as I was investigating some of the things that created some of my early difficulties, um, one of the things that I started to see was the way that I witnessed people interact, and the communication styles have affected me, and I have adopted certain communication styles or reactions to certain communication styles. And so I last night I was talking with Becca and Sean, and I was really kind of getting clarity on how I I use certain aspects of certain tonal and mood expressions as a way to communicate. Meaning, like, I get frustrated or pissy or irritated, and I use that as a way to communicate or to make somebody feel bad, because I'm trying to control a situation. So, for example, in, instead of saying, I'm feeling really time pressured right now, we're running a little late, and so you doing this activity now rather than getting in the car is making me very stressed. Instead of saying that, I would say, are you going to do that right now? That's just what I did. And last night, I started to just see, like, oh, I am I'm using this code with emotion, negative emotion infused in it, to try to control someone, to try to communicate my needs, but without ever saying my needs. And a couple things happened. One, starting to remember early, patterns in communication that I witnessed, and then having Becca kind of stop me recently and kind of really kind of say, well, what is it that I am doing that is frustrating you? And I'm like, nothing. I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just go home. And she's like, well, I would really like to understand, what it is that has been triggering. And so her pushing me in that situation to kind of like communicate, and me realizing uh, that I do this, it came really clear last night. And so today, as we were dealing with moving, which is stressful in many ways, I caught myself responding in a way that I caught myself starting to be like, well, and and then as I heard myself and witnessed myself doing it, I was like, and I was frustrated. Let me be clear about that. This doesn't eliminate the frustration, but I'm trying to relearn how to communicate frustration in an effective way without making myself be angry and then elevating the frustration of the situation. So instead of just being like, well, you did it, I said, when you had said this and then I offered to do this, and so I need either you to do that or I can do this. There may have been some tension, a little bit, like either you need this or I need to do that. But that is I clearly communicated why I was frustrated instead of just barking and assuming that somewhere in this annoyance that I would get my way and the other person would understand So that's huge for me. That's like, it felt like this massive victory. And, weeks ago I was wondering, like, I was feeling so lost and feeling like I'm so much farther behind than I thought I was. And so to witness, oh, this is the opportunity. Like now that I have more awareness of what has impacted me, I have no judgment on the things that did impact me. I'm just aware of them. Just so I'm not judging myself for having that tendency. I'm just aware of it. So now I can hopefully more and more do what I did today, which is catch it and communicate clear and make space for the people around me to respond from an educated place and not a reactive place. So I'm feeling like this is a big old victory for doing the work. And huge gratitude to Sean for helping me talk it through last night, and to Becca for being a really patient and courageous communicator. She is always willing to have hard conversations and get heated as long as we are communicating, and very quickly lets it go and moves on, which is something I am trying to be better at. So, thank you to all who have given me space and encouragement and optimism, because as I've been sharing the recent journeys, the number of people that have shared their optimistic and positive stories of their growth was really powerful to me. It was really significant to feel deflated and defeated as I uncovered, this traumatic stuff, to then hear so many people say how beneficial that the same kind of work was to them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! Have a beautiful day. I love you.